So this is a meeting of the Douglas Cemetery Commission. It is 10 o'clock. Call the meeting to order. Present is Sarah Guymond and Lee Lyons, our treasurer. Betsy Youngsma is absent with excused. So we'll just go through the agenda. Do you have a treasurer's report?
Yes. Hey. Our current balance is $4,931.31. However, we had our first lawn mowing, which is $1,450, and that will bring it to $3,481.31 when the lawn mowing is paid.
Okay, thank you. I don't really have anything for Secretary's report. I did want to mention that tonight is the flagging of the cemeteries with the Boy Scouts and any volunteers that want to go. The group meets at the Douglas Common Gazebo, 5:30, May 23rd. So if anyone wants to join and do that, you're more than welcome. I also hear the ceremonies will commence with the band at the cemeteries on Saturday morning. I think they are starting at Douglas Center. I believe I saw at 10 a.m. So thank you, band members, for continuing that tradition despite the loss of the parade.
Yes.
So I was happy to see that and very thankful that that's continuing.
Hopefully next year we'll have the full parade.
I hope so. I really miss it. I enjoyed the parade. So let's see, and that's all I have. I didn't have any other correspondence. So for our new business, we have a couple of things on the agenda. So I did print out some emails for us. I had reached out to a couple that does restoration workshops. They're out of Burrillville, Rhode Island. I basically reached out and asked her what it would cost to lead a workshop. And so on the second page of the email is our most recent correspondence. So I don't know if you had any questions on that, but it's basically, she said, like, they do a workshop in the cemeteries. It's $1,000 for a full day, $500 for a half day. A half day is 4 hours, a whole day is 8 hours. Let's see. She basically said they have a handout with a list of supplies and equipment and where to purchase them. So if you wanted to have the equipment on hand, if you had volunteer groups. She basically said the workshop is custom tailored to what information you're seeking. So if we're seeking to, repair marble monuments or whatnot, they tailor it to what we need. So, yeah, I don't know if you have any questions on that, but.
So the workshop teaches both cleaning of headstones and repair?
Mm-hmm, right.
Okay.
Yep. I thought it sounded pretty good. I did take one of their workshops that wasn't in a cemetery. It was done, I want to say in March or sometime when it was cold. So it was at Burrillville Historical Society. I took it it was before I was on Cemetery Commission, so it was a number of years ago now, but she had, at that point, they showed us slides of the work that they've done around, and some of it was pretty amazing, and we do have that volunteer Facebook group that I organized that we haven't had any official volunteer meets yet, but I thought it would be an interesting thing to consider doing. Maybe we could even get the Historical Society or somebody else to join us in that if they were interested in co-hosting that. So I thought it was, an interesting possibility. Anyway, so I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but.
No, I concur.
All right.
I think it'd be good.
So, I don't know if, if we want to try to schedule anything with them, or I don't know as far as funding goes. Like, I was going to ask also, on the next item about the monument restoration, like for the funds that we have in the perpetual care account and the other account that we have that's outside of our regular budget, do we need like a town meeting approval?
That's what Gene was going to look into.
Okay,
Once I got the estimate, which I have now.
Right.
For approximately 14 stones. She was going to look into whether we just go before the Board of Selectmen or we have to go before town meeting.
oh, okay, because that was one of my questions. I was curious how that worked.
Because if we have to go before town meeting, it would put it off till the fall.
Right, right.
If we don't, then we could get started with that sooner.
Right, and I'm sure the restoration type of stuff probably has to be done, like, I would assume before it gets cold.
Yes, yes.
For the stuff to cure properly and all that. So if we want to move on to the estimate of Lewis Monty and Sons that you received,
Right.
we can go over that. So it looks like it's a proposal for cleaning, straightening, and repairing. And I see they picked just several stones. Was there a process they used to choose which ones?
Well,
Or,
what happened was I met with Lou Monty. He's from out of Marlboro, Monty Monuments. And we went around Center Cemetery, and he actually took pictures of the ones that he thought should be done first.
okay,
And he wanted to he chose the ones that, first of all, you could read the deceased name on it, because, if you can't read it,
Right.
it's probably older than anybody, that would have anybody coming to visit it,
right,
So he put it in what he thought would be our priorities too, so, and the ones that he ended up with 14 stones, the ones that he thought he could repair. There was a couple that were just beyond repair,
right,
So, and then, I said, if we were satisfied and happy with the cost and the work, once it's done, that we would use them again for other cemeteries in
right.
town. And
I know we
and maybe
have several.
continue with some of the stones in Center Cemetery that
Yeah.
he did not choose this
Okay,
time.
because I know like there are several in each of the cemeteries.
Right.
So I just was curious how he had chosen which ones to do first. I also noticed he's going to clean them, and I didn't know if we want to pay someone to clean something, if we can clean it ourselves, or, I know like the big repairs, like the, standing them up if they're down, obviously, is something we can't do, but I wondered about that. I suppose he's probably just planning on cleaning it because he's already repairing it.
Yeah, and I think it's, like, if he's repairing a stone, he's putting epoxy in there, and he actually may have to dig the base of the stone.
Oh, right,
And
if they're unlevel.
And there'll be, I think it's kind of just a normal after the repair.
Yeah.
Cleaning type
Okay.
thing. I don't know if it's the same cleaning that
Yeah,
we
that
would be
was,
doing.
that was also one of my questions, is I was wondering,
I think it's just more of a cleaning up the epoxy,
yeah. I was also wondering what type of pins he uses, what type of epoxy he uses, and what he uses to clean. I was just curious because I know, like, there are certain things that are recommended by, like, New England gravestone studies and groups like that. So I just wanted to see, like, if he's using, like, certain types of materials that are preservation friendly, just to be sure.
I'm sure he is, because he's done this
Right,
before.
yeah.
But I will find out.
Okay, yeah, because I was just curious.
Okay.
And then, let's see. Row of 3 stones.
And some of them was just a case of leveling the stones because they're tipped over,
Yeah,
ready to
right.
fall.
There's a lot of, yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's true. I've noticed those, and those can actually be pretty scary.
Yes.
I see one of them, it says on a Eliza Prentice, a row of 3 stones. Line up stones in a row? I was curious about that. Are they, I was wondering,
Which one?
how they are right now.
Row of 3 stones.
Eliza Prentice, row of 3 stones, it says lineup stones in the row.
Yeah, they were, a couple of the stones had moved.
Oh, okay.
And we don't know whether it's from the weather or from, over the years, or somebody put them back and not in the right place. So he just wanted them in, he could tell that they were in a row and, put them in
Oh,
a
okay.
straight line again.
Yeah, because I know some of the, like I know in Pine Grove, the rows are like, they're
crooked.
They don't go across, they just kind of go whichever way,
Yeah.
so I was just curious on that one. Okay, so I have no other questions on that. And I was wondering, I mean, his prices seem fairly reasonable, I would think. I was wondering, like, how much we have in that account that,
That's what I was,
how far our account would go is what I'm basically wondering, because I know we have a lot of stones in all the cemeteries, so.
I'm going to ask Jean that again because, but I believe it was around $40,000.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious, because I know we've got quite a few broken ones in Pine Grove, and quite a few broken ones in South Douglas
Yeah.
Cemetery as well. A lot of the older ones. And I think that was all my questions on that. So-
Oh, and we did have a donation.
Oh, that's always good.
Yep. Donation from Lucy Collins. She now lives in North Smithfield, I believe,
Oh,
for $100.
wonderful.
Yeah. No, she lives in Harrisville, Rhode Island. I believe she used to live here, or she has people buried here, relatives buried here. And
Wonderful.
So that's all been,
Great.
Deposited in
Thank you for
account.
that donation, Lucy.
yes, thank
That's
you,
wonderful.
Lucy.
And I guess that would bring us to our next item, which is the Blackstone Valley Heritage Corridor. Molly Cardoza reached out to me. Again, they had hosted the volunteer group, Douglas Serve, with us last summer when we did the cleanup with the traveling students at Douglas Center Cemetery, and she reached out to me again because she said the students had a great time and they rated that as their best experience on their trip.
Really?
On their voluntourism trip, yes. So, so I guess the kids were really excited and, wanted to come back and help us out some more, so.
Now, will it be the same kids?
That's a good question. It might be some of the same and maybe some newer people as well. But she did say that was their favorite activity last year. And they were coming out, let me just take a quick look. I told her we would discuss it at our next meeting. And I think I'm missing one page of the email, but she said the date was July, I want to say 8th, 9th, and 10th. It should
I
be
saw it
the
somewhere.
page 1 of 3 on the second thing in the packet.
8th, 9th, and 10th, yeah.
8th, 9th, and 10th. So I don't know how that would work for you, or I can try to request one of those days off from work so we can host that again. I think it's worthwhile, and it's free help, and they had a good time, so that's always good. And I believe she said Ross Weaver of Sutton would also be invited to come back and help us.
Okay.
Which hopefully he'll be available for that as well. So I'll let her know if,
Do you know what days of the week 8th, 9th, and 10th are?
I don't, but I can take a quick look in my calendar.
I have I've been called for a 3-month grand jury.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Starting
boy.
tomorrow till the end of July, so
Oh, wow.
hopefully I won't be
Quite busy.
chosen for a,
Yeah.
but,
Well, if you are, I'm sure you'll serve well, so
yeah.
you'll be fair and impartial.
Okay.
So let's see what July is. Just scroll over to July. Month of July, June, July. So the 8th, 9th, and 10th will be a Monday, a Tuesday, and a Wednesday.
Okay.
And those are all usual work days for me, so I would have to like put in a request to
Yeah.
take time off. But I'm sure I can do that. I have some personal time I haven't used.
Now, what time of the day did they,
I want to say last year we did,
was it early
it was
afternoon?
like maybe 10 a.m. to 4. We did a really long day last time, and I think the kids kind of got a little tired toward the end of the day, so we might even want to do just a little bit shorter of a day, or, you know, I know they had a break for lunch last time, and then they came back. So, yeah, I want to say we did start in the morning, like 9:30, 10 o'clock or so. We met there.
Okay.
And then we worked all the way until like 4 o'clock with like an hour break for lunch, so.
I mean, I probably could be there all 3 days.
Yeah, I think they only give us one day, but they don't know which of those 3 days we'll get, because they
Okay.
usually do like 3 volunteer activities in the area, like they'll go to Waters Farm, like they did last year, they did Waters Farm. So they try to like spread the kids to different spots each day. So I think we'll probably be the same as last year, where we get one day with the kids. So one of those 3 days, and hopefully she can let me know semi-soonish which 3 of those days, so we
Which one, yeah.
can plan to
Okay.
be there. But, yeah, I mean, that sounds good, so if you want, I'll let her know that we'll take the volunteers.
Now, I don't know if it's on your agenda, but did we get a new cleaning solution? More?
We didn't, so I didn't end up ordering it
You
last
didn't?
time, because we didn't end up doing the May 5th cleanup.
Right.
Things just got a little crazy, and I was too busy, and
Yeah.
it rained that day anyway, and there was no volunteers, so we didn't end up doing that. But I can order, you know, if you want me to, I can order another case of D2. I think we have 1 gallon left from last year, and last year we had 4 gallons, so I want to say we used 3 gallons
Okay.
being there all day. We still have all of the equipment. I would like to get other brushes. I just didn't
Yep.
care for the quality of the ones that I got on Amazon. They were kind of not what I was looking for, so.
So do we need to make a motion to order
To
more?
order? Sure.
Okay, I'll make a motion to order
Okay.
more, probably 4 gallons.
Okay, sounds good. I'll second that, and I think last time I called them to place the order, I did make an account for the town with them.
Right.
So that would go like automatically to Jean, I think, but I can call them and place an order for 4 gallons of D2. I can't remember the price on it offhand, but I could look it up on their website.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Should I also get brushes, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I will order the D2 and the brushes, because I know we discussed it last time, and then
Yeah, I didn't know if we voted on it or not.
didn't come to fruition with the May 5th, so I think it was, came up too quickly. All right, so that's all I have, and so I'll let Molly know that those dates will probably work for us, and we can plan on having that group come again if
Yep,
you're interested.
they
Okay.
were good.
All right, we'll do that, and I'll look forward to that, too. And let's see, where did I put my agenda? I think it's over here somewhere.
Old business.
Old business, do you have anything?
Well, the solution was one of them.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think. No. Not that I can think of right now.
Oh, okay, me neither. And meeting minutes, I don't have.
Okay.
We'll do those next time. Future meetings, do we want to book a future date?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to go a month out, since we're planning some stuff, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we'll be looking at,
Probably, it would be the end of June
yeah.
before we have the cleanup.
Yeah, that sounds good. Is there any week that's better for you, assuming you're not on jury duty, or?
Yeah. No, I have a radio station gig, but that's at 9:30 in the morning, Tuesday through Thursday. But I believe that Betsy is only available
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
so-
Yeah, Thursdays is good for me because that's my day off.
All right, do Thursday.
So do you want to say Thursday, the 20th? Does that work?
Sure.
Okay, Thursday, the 20th of June. Want to say, what time is best for you? We can do earlier or later, or
A little bit later would be better.
later? Okay. What time do you think? 11? Is that good?
11's perfect.
Okay, we'll put that in for 11 a.m.
It was June 20th?
June 20th, yep. And I will email the town clerk to book that as well. And we'll do that for 11, okay. Yep, and just send me anything that you want added to the agenda. Otherwise, we'll just keep the agenda the same and we can, go over the stone repair and any new information we might have.
Right, and we should have new information on whether we got the solution, whether we are going with Monty and Sons to do repairs, and if we have to go before the
Yeah.
town meeting or not.
Right, that's a big question, so.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yep, and we'll update those when we know more. All right. And I think that brings us to the end of our meeting, so I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, and I will second that, and it is 10:20 a.m. and we are adjourned. Thank